there's a song, Tupac Shakur. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you guys know who Tupac Shakur is, right? He has a song on the album All Eyes on Me. It's called "Picture Me Rolling," and in that song he says, "I got no love for you niggas. There's no need to be friends. There's no need to be friends." And I think Victor Wembanyama is the epitome of that. And we've talked about this before multiple times about how he feels about Chet Holmgren and how he feels about everybody on the basketball court. And I love that about Victor Wembanyama. I don't care about how I've talked about him shooting threes and not punishing guys at the paint all the time. But there's one thing about Victor Wembanyama: he hates his opponents. And that's a beautiful thing to me. That's a beautiful thing to me when you're playing a professional sport. There's no need to be friends. I don't need to like you. I don't gotta pretend like I think you're as good as me. I don't gotta pretend like I think that you could play with me. I hate you, and I want everybody to know it. And I like that about Victor Wembanyama. He's an assassin, a straight killer. And every time he sees Chet Holmgren, I think he just gets he's infuriated. You know what I mean? And he plays like that. And I love that about Victor Wembanyama.
I can't believe y'all think this dude is nice as me.
I love that about Victor Wembanyama.
This dude ain't as good as me. What's wrong with y'all? This dude is not as good as me.
In the chat, I don't think he's taking shots at Jokic. I don't think he's taking shots at anybody. I think he just feels a certain way, and he's not going to pretend. And he's not going to pretend for y'all. And on top of that, Mars, you know this. I mean, we all know this. There's a certain type of arrogance that comes from Europe. You know what I mean? I think he's just that type of arrogant guy. And I think he's, you know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. This is not a gentleman sport. Basketball this is not golf. You know what I'm saying? We are not supposed to be out here buddy hugging each other and showing each other love and
riding the banana boat and all that stuff together. Yeah, facts.
Right. Come on. That's it. Bron tried to have a kumbaya NBA. Nah. Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama.
So you say we get back to real times now?
Yeah, this is not the kumbaya NBA.
Hey, y'all saying LeBron is the DJ Khaled of basketball?
Yeah,
getting everybody on the
not
track.
going for that. Not going for that no more. And I like that. I really do. Shout out to Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs.
Remember, they said the same thing. Remember in the summer, all those years ago, when Giannis wouldn't work out with like KD and them, they were like, "Oh, Giannis, who do you work out in the summer?" He was like, "Oh,
why would I work out with these dudes?
Yeah, I ain't working out with these dudes. Like we competitors." And then, but to your point, I think that's something there's true to that, Ox, because Jokic don't work out with none of these dudes. He go back home to Serbia. Is him and his family. Giannis don't care about none of these dudes like that. He go back home. I'm not working out with none of y'all except for my brothers. Obviously, Wemby's like that. Luka, I mean, him and Jokic is like this, but like they also are like frenemies, to a degree too. Like, I mean, there is something about like when you coming overseas over here, it's just like, bro, we didn't play AAU together. We didn't go to college together. We ain't friends on IG. I ain't got to pretend like I like Chet. For what? I don't hate him. He's a cool person, but like I have no reason to big up this dude.
No. How the narrative has swung in the past. I don't even when I was a kid, I just remember hearing that the overseas player was soft. They had a branding of being soft and finesse and all of that. And now here we are in big 2025 where the American is now soft and the European or foreign player is now the one with the edge.
I don't think that's what it is necessarily, real talk. I'm not trying to say this because I don't think Anthony Edwards is with that either. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Anthony Edwards is with the buddy thing with the opposing teams as well. I don't think it's necessarily that. But also, I never subscribe to that soft European thing. I don't subscribe to a lot of basketball stereotypes when it comes to race and all that type of stuff. I don't do the slow white boy thing. I don't do the soft European thing. I know for a fact that that's just not true. So I never did subscribe to that. The Dirk being soft thing, all of that, like I don't subscribe to none of that, bro. Tony Kukoc wasn't soft. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't nothing soft about that. Exactly, there wasn't nothing soft about them dudes. So that's why I don't understand that. Vlade Divac might have did a little flopping, but he wasn't soft. Sabonis was not soft. You know what I'm saying?
He was not. Mm-mm.
So I don't really subscribe to that.
We literally just had this conversation a couple of days ago. Sure, in front of the camera, there's the diplomat in Steph Curry. There's the diplomat in the guys in the game who are the faces of the game. But when that camera is off, I'm better than you. You know how many times I'd have bust your ass and I'll bust your ass again. I'm better than him. I see Wemby in front of the camera and I see how he speaks about these guys and being better than them, and I can see the seething in him when people are even compared to him. Like I can see him just look at any of these other guys like, I'm better than all of these dudes.
But chill.
And I don't understand how y'all don't see it.
That's why
I'm better than all these dudes.
When Nuggets fans was mad about the Jokic thing, I'm like, bro, like, do you think Jokic should average like 37 versus Wemby? You think he give a damn about what he talking about? All he gonna say is you can't guard me anyway for all that other stuff you talking about. Like, I just think that's how they all think. They might not all say the same stuff publicly, bro, but every single one of these dudes, if you get to the top of the league, Brunson, hey, what did Josh Hart say, Mars? Josh Hart said inch for inch, he might be the best there is. So, I mean, Brunson, he believed that about himself, too. Curry believes that about himself. Durant believes that about himself. You don't get to be great in this league unless you believe that every time I step on the floor, I'm the best of the best. It's that simple. And I love it. Though. Yeah, go ahead.
My only thing is, if Wemby came out and blatantly said, I'm the best player in the league, I'm better than all these dudes, and it kind of how you was just saying, chill, can't nobody mess with me, I'm the nicest out here. Okay, what's wrong with that though?
Yeah, he did say
because it's two things. It's two things. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with a player being confident in themselves? That's the first thing. Secondly, Victor Wembanyama has a bid in that race. As of right now, today, December 15th, no chill. As of right now, today, December 15th, if somebody came up to me and said Victor Wembanyama is the best player in the world, I'm not pushing back.
Well, I would said it on Friday.
You see what I'm saying?
A month ago.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
I don't think this or anything on the player.
I mean, I disagree, but there's nothing wrong with
it. But I'm saying you just seen what Victor Wembanyama did to a historic team, 16-game winning streak, best defense of all time, NBA champions, looking like they're about to go back-to-back, MVP of the league. In 20 minutes, he came and shut that shit down. In 20 minutes.
But remember where we live, though, Ron. We live in a space.
What's wrong with
it? The reason why it's tricky because we live in a space now where the fan is so much more. The fan and the media are so much more relevant than they were in years past because they now have a voice because of social media. So I could say that I'm the best. I just can't say it too much. I can't be too loud about it because that's your job to decide whether or not I'm the best, because there's still plenty of people who like the humble star, who want the aw shucks guy, who the thank you very much guy. But the Wembys of the world are necessary. Big Daddy Kane said it best. Two people can't be in the same room at the same time saying they're the best. One of us got to be better. That's just the way that works. One of us has to be better. And Wemby is the one saying, I'm better than all of y'all. I ain't better than you. I ain't better than you. I'm better than all of y'all, and I'm down to get on the floor and prove it.
Everybody, and by the way, this was a playoff game. I don't care what nobody says. The whole point of the in-season tournament is playoff-like atmosphere, middle of the season. The same thing they do overseas in the Champions League, in the Serie A, like all that. This is what soccer is. You play an in-season tournament, you get points in the regular season, and you go out and you battle for an in-season tournament trophy. And what we're going to get Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox versus Jalen Brunson, who's been cooking, mind you, versus OG Anunoby, who's been cooking, mind you, versus Josh Hart, who's averaging 16 and 10 and 5 as a starter this year, shooting 45% from three. And then you're going to get Karl Anthony Towns averaging 22 and 12. It's going to be a war. I mean, that's the whole point. The NBA, now what they've done, real talk, I will say it's the thing that is the downside. The NBA holding these games in Vegas, the crowd is extremely neutral, so it's not like the best atmosphere ever. But the whole point of this is to get a hyper-competitive regular season / postseason environment. One game, you win all. You get an 83rd game, and all the money is on the line for $500,000 per player and a trophy. And the best kind of teams to win this are teams that haven't won anything, teams that are on the way up, or teams that are trying to prove themselves. And what are the Knicks? They're trying to prove themselves. What are the Spurs? They're on the way up. They haven't won anything, and they're trying to prove themselves. This is the greatest type of regular season environment you can get. And they went, and last year, remember, Mars, the Thunder were on a 15-game win streak that Giannis snapped and broke that didn't count because it was a championship. This year, they carried a 6.
They were on a 15-game.
Well, no, because they lost and then continued the winning streak. So, like, they got the 15. They didn't count the loss because it was the 83rd game. They didn't count towards the overall record. So I'm saying that they actually had a 16-game record this time. And they had an opportunity to extend it to the championship. And then you get a great opportunity to watch Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox and Tavon Castle, and somebody I've been telling y'all I think is going to be an all-star one day, even though the field is super crowded, in Devin Vassell. You get a chance to watch them go take on an Eastern Conference foe. This is like, for me, a very, very good game. I think both teams deserve a lot of credit. I thought they played extremely hard, but I just think the Spurs, when it got to the late game situation and it mattered the most, they just took care of their business and they got it done.
Frank,
I can see why.
What are you talking about? I know what quotations are about. And I'm sorry, real talk. Let me deal with this dude football in the chat. Football, don't sit there and talk to us like the regular season doesn't matter. Let me tell you why. Because if the Golden State Warriors, when they won those 73 games, we talking about them way different than we do that 17 team that only won 67 games and won the NBA championship. That Chicago Bulls team, the reason why they consider what they are is because they won 72 games and won the NBA championship. Don't sit there and talk to me about the regular season doesn't matter. If teams win only 62 games or 65 games and win the championship, it ain't the same as if a team won 75 games and won the NBA championship. Don't talk to me like the regular season doesn't matter. It's just the playoffs. Like we talk about every team the same, because no the hell we don't. And yesterday's and Saturday's action 100% was playoff atmosphere, to Swiper's point. That looked like that could have very well been a playoff series because of the way that those guys were playing. What the hell are you talking about? The regular season doesn't matter. So let's see about the playoffs. Let's see him win a playoff game. He's 100% going to get his opportunity when the playoffs start.
And by the way, OKC fans are nasty talking about like, Chet he can flex a wing. Oh, I'm sorry, real talk. Yeah, I didn't realize that being a third option on championship teams mean you can say whatever you want to me. He thinks he's better. Matter of fact, he didn't say it right there. Hold on, Swiper. But I'm just saying real quick. He said it to Chet because there's the whole 7-foot demigod thing. Who's better? Yeah, he feels the same thing about SGA. The same way.
Yeah, but Chet feels. This is why I love it. This is why I love it about this, because Chet feel the same way about Wemby, regardless of how y'all feel about it. Chet feel the same way about Wemby, and he wanted with Wemby too. It's not like he backs down.
I can't tell.
I mean, but
Wemby's just a better player. But we not gonna like I didn't see Wemby score like 8 points against his team last year. Like
right, if you watch every time these two see each other on the hardwood, every time you see it, Chet bring it to Wemby too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This thing is not just one-sided. You know what I'm saying? I asked y'all at the beginning of the season, and I knew what the answer was already. You know what I'm saying? I do that a lot of times. I just ask questions because I want to know. I like to have the conversation. Why can't Chet be talked about like that? You know what I'm saying? A lot of the things Wemby do, Chet can do too. You know, and just because he's a third scoring option on the team, Swiper, don't mean he need to sit down and keep his mouth closed.
I don't think he got to sit down, but flexing a ring for me, like obviously if you transform.
He was big in getting that wing.
He was. But I'm saying
he was very big in getting that ring.
Then like, you know what I mean? Like
but you can't do that.
I know, but I'm saying that's what the transferable thing is. What I'm saying, like. I think saying Wemby can't say anything to Chet because the champion.
Thompson flex rings for
okay. See, I get you on that part, Swipe. I get you on that part. I get you on that part. Like, you don't got a ring, I got one.
Flex rings for a minute.
But that's the immortal Klay Thompson, and he should flex his rings. You know what I mean? My thing though, Swipe. So I understand where you're coming from because I don't feel like it's I got a ring, you don't, Wemby, so you can't talk to me. Like that's ridiculous. But I mean, he got his first, and it was very well documented during the summer that Wemby felt some type of way about Chet getting one before him.
Mm-hmm. It's been interesting. We've been talking about this game, and again, salute to Wemby. Also, I want to piggyback on something Jill said earlier about this being a playoff field environment, which it definitely was. I actually enjoy the fact that the crowd isn't that much swaying the game as far as like super pro one team cheering for this one team. Because to me now, basketball, I don't know about y'all play, but there is something like home court advantage is a real thing. Like your fans being there, especially in the playoff environment, you can see sometimes it may shake up the opposing team or at least one of the players. You can see like, you don't really like them people behind the basket yelling at them for the free throws and all that kind of stuff. Like I enjoy that it's kind of neutral. And so it's just these two basketball teams, both fully confident, playing against each other. And that's what we saw.
And healthy too.
That's also why I enjoy like the bubble. The bubble was also like a lot of that environment. It was nothing but pure hoops. Players, no outside noise, really no
shout out TJ Warren.
Play against each other.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. With a check, throw smoke, and the hoes go ham. You ain't never seen hoops all hit the raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. Yeah, this that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.